The night of May 31st, 2025, just after 11 p.m. in the heart of Fuengirola, on Spain's usually vibrant Costa del Sol, the sound of celebration was violently torn apart by the roar of gunfire. Two men, both with names synonymous with Glasgow's brutal underworld, lay dead. This wasn't a random act. This was an execution, meticulously delivered on foreign soil, and it pulled back the curtain on a brutal, decades-long blood feud, a conflict that refused to stay buried, even thousands of miles from where it began. Truly comprehend the bloodshed in Fuengirola, we must return to the cold, hard streets of Glasgow. It's here, over 2 decades ago, that a blood feud was forged, a conflict that would claim countless lives. The year was 2001. A significant cocaine shipment belonging to the formidable Daniel crime family vanished. The accusation was swift, the target clear: the emerging, ruthless Lyons crime family. This single act of betrayal, the theft and sale of those drugs, was the spark that set Glasgow's underworld ablaze. The murder of Kevin "Gerbil" Carroll in 2010 was a seismic event, a public execution that sent shockwaves through the city. Ross Monaghan, a man deeply entrenched in the Daniel family's operations, stood accused, yet in a stunning turn he walked free in 2012, acquitted due to a lack of evidence. He walked free, a ghost from a past crime, but never truly free from the deadly grasp of the ongoing war. On the opposing side of this brutal divide stood Eddie Lyons Jr. His own history was scarred by the same conflict. In 2006, he became a target, shot and wounded in an attack widely attributed to none other than Kevin Carroll. This wasn't merely a local dispute, it was a self-perpetuating cycle of retribution and violence, laying the groundwork for further bloodshed that would eventually spill far beyond the borders of Scotland. The violence, however, refused to be contained by city limits. In January 2017, the war followed Ross Monaghan to his own doorstep. He survived an assassination attempt, shot in the shoulder while dropping his daughter off at St George's Primary School in Penally, Glasgow. This brazen public attack was a chilling reminder: the feud was far from over. It was after this terrifying brush with death that Monaghan reportedly vanished from Glasgow, reappearing thousands of miles away on the deceptively tranquil shores of Spain's Costa del Sol. Costa del Sol, often romanticized as a sun-drenched paradise, serves a far darker purpose for the criminal underworld. It's a strategic hub where fugitives hide, illicit empires are expanded, and dangerous alliances are forged and broken. In the weeks leading up to the double murder, the region itself had become a powder keg. With a disturbing surge in shootings explicitly linked to drug trafficking, this wasn't merely about old Glasgow grudges anymore. The tendrils of organized crime now stretched across borders, intertwining with powerful international players, including the infamous Kinahan organized crime group, a cartel with whom the Lyons family is believed to have deep, deadly connections. May 31st, 2025. Just after 11 p.m. local time, the air in Fuengirola was electric, buzzing with the final moments of the 2025 UEFA Champions League final. Inside Monaghan's bar, a popular seafront establishment, Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr. were reportedly watching the game. An almost surreal scene. Two men from the epicenter of Glasgow's most brutal gang wars, seemingly caught in a moment of shared, mundane humanity. But their past, their inescapable legacy, was about to violently collide with their present. A masked gunman, emerging from a dark vehicle, unleashed a volley of gunfire outside the crowded bar. Panic erupted, a wave of human terror. In a chillingly efficient act of violence, both Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr. fell. They died there, on the pavement outside Monaghan's bar, their lives extinguished in a hail of bullets. The assassin, a phantom in the night, vanished as quickly as he appeared, leaving behind a scene of unimaginable chaos and a profound, unsettling silence. Spanish authorities launched an immediate, relentless manhunt. The clock was ticking. In a remarkable demonstration of international law enforcement collaboration, within just 7 days, Spanish National Police identified their alleged perpetrator, but the suspect was a ghost, a shadow, reportedly fleeing through 3 countries in less than 15 hours, even altering his physical appearance in a desperate, futile attempt to escape justice. The international pursuit culminated on June 13, 2025, when Merseyside Police, with the crucial support of the National Crime Agency, apprehended a 44-year-old man in Liverpool. He appeared in court the very next day, facing extradition to Spain. While Police Scotland has publicly maintained that there's no direct link to the ongoing Glasgow feuds, the victim's notorious connections and the chilling precision of the attack paint a far more complex and violent picture. This was no random act. This was retribution, served cold and calculated. The precise motive remains unconfirmed by Spanish authorities, but all evidence points to organized crime. Was it a direct, brutal continuation of the Daniel and Lyons feud, played out on a new international stage? Or a grim offshoot perhaps tied to the intricate, violent web of global drug trafficking and the ever-growing influence of cartels like the Kinahans on the Costa del Sol? The questions linger, casting a long, dark shadow. What is undeniable, however, is that Glasgow's gangland wars have now reached far beyond its borders, leaving a trail of blood on the sun-drenched streets of Spain.
As of July 2025, the arrested suspect faces extradition to Spain, where the full legal process will unfold. For the families of Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr., regardless of their criminal associations, these deaths represent a profound and devastating loss. The incident also sent shockwaves through the expatriate community on the Costa del Sol and gripped media attention across Europe, a stark reminder that no place is truly safe from the reach of organized crime. While international police cooperation delivered a swift arrest, the full truth of who orchestrated this audacious double murder. The killings of Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr. are more than just another tragic chapter in the brutal annals of organized crime. They are a chilling testament to the enduring power of a blood feud, a conflict that has now transcended borders and cast its long, dark shadow across continents. The war between the Daniel and Lyons families, born from a stolen cocaine shipment over 2 decades ago, continues its grim trajectory. And as long as the thirst for power, money, and retribution persists, the sun on the Costa del Sol will never truly be enough to escape the cold, unforgiving grip of Glasgow's most violent legacy.